Hola, buenas tardes. Hello and good afternoon. It's your Unified Essential Master Healer. I'd like to thank all the subscribers. I really appreciate it. You guys are doing a tremendous job of helping me and helping us and helping each other, guiding us to where we need to go through the ascension and also the higher self channel for the love and support. I really appreciate it very much. So let's see. The thing we have to focus on today is that this Waters Continuum is extremely powerful right now, and it's really put a toll on my energy fields through the galactic system and the energy core. I'm getting full collaboration through its intelligence, and I'm now into the 6,000 era, past the 3,000, because I'm in a higher dimensional realm. Like I said, the higher you go, the more harmonics you can get through its frequencies. So it's really intense right now because I'm dealing with a lot of intelligence, so much intelligence. It's unbelievable through its communications and its electrical fields and its force fields and its energy cycles. It's also metaphysical through the mind telepathy. That's how they communicate in space continuum, is through the mind capacitor. Remember I told you mind telepathy? Well, that's how because they're in light formation, and it's the fastest and quickest way to communicate through others and its intelligence and its planets. So having full friendship through collaboration and relationship and partnership, through voicing patterns and all that technical through alignments, and I am forming new planets right now because Mother Gaia is getting ready to shift into the fifth dimension, and she's spreading her her nature's core and the creator, the God seed. So we are now connecting through its ascension. As you see a tunnel, and we're going through that tunnel, which is the Rainbow Bridge. So every time we pass through, it's like a puzzle, trying to put the pieces together. And me being in Mexico is extremely powerful right now. Like, I've gone through the pyramids and the volcanic rock and the volcanoes and the mountains, and now I'm going through Waters Continuum. I was just in Veracruz last weekend, so that was intense. There was metal of its Waters Continuum and its shifting wind surfing. There's a lot of tremendous force that was going on through its energies and my atmosphere. So it was very intense. Try to get a sunny day out of it, but the whole weekend was just, the atmosphere was changing. Its flux capacitors and its solars, its kinetic force wasn't, well, let's just say the galactic sun wasn't connecting. I mean, it was surfing through the solar system, and as the galactic sun was passed through space continuum, way past 3 dimension into the 5th platitude, which is now as full connection with the ascendants. So, our meditation was is a lot stronger. I'm feeling a lot more frequencies and less vibration, which is great. The more vibration of frequencies we get, the better an altitude we can go through hyperspace. Visualization is so important. And meditating outside. basically, is what you want to do. It gives you such tranquility and serenity and calmness and stillness. And when you meditate, you just block everything out, everything in the background. But that's what makes it amazing and great, is its atmosphere that's around you. If you're going to meditate inside, try to find some kind of serenity music, a higher self music, something that's calm and has a voice tone to your, kind of reach your level of frequency. So you have that connection and you be able to reach that higher self quickly and fastly. Basically, enough to see yourself through space continuum. So there's been a lot of tremendous force that's going on right now, and there's a lot of people that are probably feeling really, really heavy, tired. Their eyes are just, they don't want to get out of bed. I'm having trouble just sometimes because it's my atmosphere, and we had Popo, Volcano Mountain, that was combusting through its volcanic rock, and it's tremendous force that's going on right now. It has its breathing mechanisms too, through its century circle. So I'm dealing with that, and the water's continuing. The energies that are going into me and the energies that you guys are feeling, either your head is spinning, going round and round. Sometimes you don't know what day it is. Mostly you'll jump in and you jump back out when it comes to the past and the present. And that's what the equinox is all about. It's a past revelation. So it's letting go of everything that you can consume within yourself, your synchronizing self, your definitive self, your higher self, the inner, the outer child, the galactic in, the galactic out force. And remember, each video has its own high frequency, where you go from the sacred universe, the sacred mind, the sacred heart, the sacred soul, the sacred self. Follow those footsteps when you meditate. And it becomes natural to you every single day. You know exactly what to say. And you'll be up in space continuum in seconds. And you'll find yourself with your energies. And it's water's continuing. It's pretty strong force that's going on. It's a wave of energy that's going into you, but it just keeps you heavily down. You don't want to get out of bed, and I'm feeling a little bit better now because I did a meditation. I recollected my thoughts through its voicing patterns and through the voicing grid and the audio perception and the sensory perception. So I just reframe my chakra formations through space continuum, and I use my higher self to connect to a higher realm of definitive space, of its dimensional realms. So if you ever feel like you can't get out of bed and you don't want to meditate anyway. Because what that does is it cleanses your energies in a capacity of putting everything, away. Like really, really cleaning out your synchronizing soul, your diamond core, your radiant spark of light. I just received the life, the life of breathing, the soul recognition of life of breathing, and that's the continuous force that goes in. Remember, I told you about the infinitive breath. Well, now I have the life breath, which is now its continuous force that goes through the cloak radiance of its diamond core. So it keeps uniting every single time, and it's a stronger force. So it allows me to get up in the morning, even though I'm feeling miserable or tired or, you know, woozy, wazy, you know, your head is just spinning. Sometimes you lose your footage, you know. You just like, whoa, you know, you almost hit the wall or something like that. It's just extreme heavy energy that's going on because you're coming into the spring of the equinox, letting go of all of its past. Now, we've been doing that since the beginning, but this is the full connection through its past, so we can move on to the present and live the present. That's what we want. Live the present, be the present. I am the present now. These are the three things that we want to focus on right now. And once we get that, then we can move forward to whatever we want. And everything else is just a balance. Balance. So every time you meditate, you already know what you want. You're just basically balancing out your chakra formations, bringing out your lower energies, diffusing the system through the ecosystem and its body capacitor, bringing in good energies, and flushing everything out that's not needed. You know, it's like changing oil of a car. Oil's got to be changed every 5,000 kilometers, right? It's the same thing. So you're flushing out your chakra formations so you can relight the diamond core and use that to your advantage every single time. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And it's latest transmission right now through its video. The water's continuum is still going through because it's water that continues, has its flow, and it just keeps going and going and going. So we're going to feel this for a while because we're going through that rainbow bridge, and again, it's a long process. But the next thing that we have to look at is, this is what we call, remember I was telling you about the eye of the sky, eye of the universe? Well, this is the next best thing. I mean, you're going to have energies that go into you that you never thought you would. It's just, every energy that goes into you is a stronger force. And they all have different symptoms. Through dizziness, headaches, woozy-wazy. Sometimes you get pains in your stomach, or you can't eat. I'm finding too, with more that's going into me through my upgrades in my energy fields, in my energy cycles, I can't contain solids much anymore. I have to use a minimum of, that to meditate, because it disrupts the brain frequencies that are going in through the voicing patterns and its continuous force through space continuum. So I make sure that I keep a well-balanced diet and drink lots of water, veggies, chicken's good. I don't recommend high protein meat. Beef, if you're going to have that, try not to eat so much. Try to eat less of what you usually eat. If anything, don't eat at all. But I'm just saying that the energies that are going into you now it's changing your atmosphere, it's changing your energy fields through its body capacitors and its ecosystems. So you're going to find you're not going to be able to contain solids as much anymore. There's dietary, stay away from chips. They're not good because they have salt and sodium. Try to stay with, I think it was last week that I had some wings and a lot of sauce, and it didn't agree with me, the sauce. So I try to, if you can eat wings without the sauce. Because remember, you're having energy that goes into you. And what that does is it does its own circularization of its own kind. So it's going through its body capacity, through the ecosystem. And it's telling you whether or not, no. So your higher self will tell you exactly what you need to do for your eating habits. I think eating habits are the most important thing when it comes to meditation. It changes your frequencies, it changes your behavior patterns, it changes your atmosphere, your energy field, your energy cycles, and human behavior. All these things are so important before you meditate. So, just going to leave you an update on that one. Also, with, as the water's continuing, it's still flowing inside us in the energies, and we're feeling very tired. There's another energy, I said, that's going to go into you, and it's through its multi-universes. It's kind of like a attack of a dimension. It's remember I told you about the separating the dichotomy, how you have the self-image through its ego. You separate its ego, and now it's self-sufficient. You're just living oneself through forwardness, and you become your higher self. Well, that's exactly what it is. This is full contingence on its collaboration. So this is where you reach a higher intelligence. Everybody's going to reach a higher intelligence, and you're going to feel it too. And it's very important that you keep your audio perception open through the higher self. These times are going to be a little bit more difficult as we go along its path through the Rainbow Bridge and the River of Light. Now, there's a lot of skepticals out there, and they're not sure, is this true? I mean, or is this, I don't know. Like, well, what do I do? I mean, there's always going to be questions. Always. And that's what we're here for. That's what everybody that's a light formation is here for, is to help anybody and everyone that needs that ascension, that dream awakening. Understand everything around you. And most importantly, understand the equinox, because we're coming into that right now, and that's tremendous force. Because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now. Because not because I'm in Mexico, but more or less is because I'm really connected through its atmosphere, and it's pyramids, volcanic rock, the mountains, water's continuing. And now we have the sacred universe, multi-universes combined through its solar system. So once we get that full connection through its calibrations and its modifications, its calculations, its alignments, forming ideas through transformation lights, and voicing signals, volumes and volumes of patterns through a kinetic and a communication line. So those are the energies that are going to be going into everybody. They need that because once they get to a higher dimension, they're going to need to know exactly how to communicate with intelligence and its planets through its solar systems. Because once you go past those multi-dimensions, I mean, it's unbelievable. And you have to meditate more, especially if you're reaching a higher intelligence of its plantation. You have to, because it's so powerful, it can literally knock you out in sleep deprivation. And you don't want to go there. You really don't. So having that full connection through meditation and reaching that altitude of hyperspace, acceleration speed through the higher self. Because remember, the higher self does all the work. You're just a human vessel. Higher self does everything. But you have to tell the higher self what to do. So he knows. Even though he knows what he's doing, I'm just saying, if you want to connect with the higher self. See, that's another thing too I want to explain to everybody, is that the higher self lives in space. It doesn't live on Earth because it's on extreme harmonics. It's through a flotation device, through its alignments, and acceleration of hyperspeed, Mach speed, whatever you want to call it. He has to stay in space. His gravitational pull is its gravity on its own through its energy fields and its energy cycles and its atmosphere, correcting and aligning the frequency balances of the multi-universes that are connected through its solar systems. Now, when I meditate, right away I'm connected with the higher self. So the human vessel stays on the ground, but it's just a body, not the body, a body. I want to make that very well clear. It's just a human vessel. So, call it a bodysuit. Let's just call it a bodysuit. How's that? Now, anything specific you want from the higher self, you have to be through a higher intelligence, because that's how he only communicates. He doesn't communicate a vibration and frequency. He only communicates harmonics. So it's very important when you want to do something, or you want to receive something, know exactly the activation code. So the higher self can connect through you, and he can do whatever you want through higher intelligence and its plantations. You don't want to have any block formations, like I'm saying, the interaction with interfacing or interacting with any kind of intelligence or planet. If you go up the space continuum and you don't do the proper communication, what's going to happen? There's a disruption, and the cycles will dissipate and they'll start forming, and your meditation methods will be, coercing, the opposite way. You got to keep the continuous flow going this way. So this video is basically showing you a little bit more of what the higher self is and what he does through its friendship, through collaboration, relationship, and partnership. So when you're reaching a higher intelligence of the highest kind, you can even be in the angelic realms. That's extremely high. But again, you have to know what you're meditating and be precise. Be great at what you do, what you know, and who you are. That alone will give you full collaboration through the sacred self, definitive self, the higher self. So these things are so important. They really are. They're exceptionally important when you're meditating. Especially if you're reaching a higher dimension and you're talking to a higher intelligence. if you want to receive something, or you have to be specific. And mastering the yin and the yang. Now, there are light formations that are out there that are connected through their higher selves, which I think is fantastic. And they're understanding what relationship and partnership is. But you can go beyond that, because I'm in the year 6000. And that's why I'm having tremendous tiredness, because I'm communicating with so much intelligence. And like I said, this is a voicing box through its electronic device. So I'm connecting not just with you, but I'm also connecting with everybody else through its higher intelligence and its plantation. I can't even fathom how many planets there are through its, not just solar systems, but the multi-universe, through the infinity of the procreating, creating infinities. It's unbelievable. It really is. And, when you go beyond that, when you go beyond the stars, you're so connected. And everything around you, you'll feel extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Because you're so connected with yourself. So I just want to give you that little update of what's going on right now through Space Continuum, the higher self, and what the higher self does, full and deeply into Space Continuum, and how you use your meditation methods more and more every time there's energy that goes into you through your upgrades. And I'll talk more about the sacred universe and the energies that are going to be going into us through its waters continuum. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well. This is your Unified Ascension Angelic Master Healer calling out. Adios.